What is up, ClickStuff viewers? Today we have some very exciting stuff. We have a brick and then also a Fast Forces from the new House of X set that's coming out in December. They were nice enough to send that along with a few other surprises for us to unbox today. Unfortunately, this was a little bit last notice. And I don't really have a setup that's that conducive to it, so just bear with me on that. But we're going to be getting to that in just 1 second. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that it might not be as the quality that you're used to, but hopefully we can get through it and we get some pretty exciting figures to look at. So just give me 1 second here. Alright, so as you can see, we have the Fast Forces as the first object here that we're going to be looking at. I think we've seen these guys before on HC Realm, so I won't spend too much time going over this, but let's just open this up and see what we got. Okay, so as you guys can see in the Fast Forces, obviously we get 6 figures, as well as we get 2 of the Beast Team Up cards over here, and then this is going to be the trait card for the Krakoa Revival trait that's shared through a lot of people in this set. So you can read it right there. Basically, it's sort of like a revive for X-Men, as long as they're adjacent. It actually lists everybody from the set who has the trait right there, so there's quite a few of them. So that's that. Let's take a look here. Our first figure is going to be Sage. I know a lot of people are pretty excited about her. So here's her sculpt. On this set, they said that they were going to increase the sculpt size for a lot of figures and get increased detail on them. It looks like that's pretty accurate so far. Excuse me. Sorry, still getting over a little bit of a cold. So this is going to be Sage's card. As you can see, she has a pretty powerful effect on her. The first one is the Mutant CA. That's a shared trait with a lot of people in the set. Just improve hindering for targeting and movement. Then you have the Monitor the World for Mutant Activities, which is her big one. During an opponent's turn, the force can't use the following powers more than once each turn: outwit, perplex, and probability control. That means that if it's a team like Vulture that would stack like 4 or 5 perplexes, they can only use it once per team. So you'd only get that 1 perplex. So that could be something very useful in the meta. Excuse me. And then there's the back of her card. It's still pretty good. Sidestepping out wit, super senses to keep her. She's a little bit squishy, so you gotta watch out for that. Okay. And then next, I believe this is gonna be Forge. Yep. So here's his sculpt. Pretty standard there. I believe that all of these characters have the X-Men team ability, but we'll see as we go forward. He has the shared trait again, Mutant CIA, Sidestep, or Fight plus is the and Sidestep on the movement power. He's got on his damage a unique modifier. Other friendly characters that are adjacent or have the X-Men keyword modify damage +1, which is pretty nice on X-Men teams. He's got a decently deep dial at 75. He's got the invul in there. So he could be a taxi for your X-Men teams, things like that. So pretty useful. And then we got the best of what he does, Mr. Wolverine himself. Looks like this is a brown silk Wolverine. This is Logan. Let's take a look here. I like the model on him, actually. He's really short and stocky, which is obviously comic accurate. So I do like that. Again, he has the X-Men team ability. Alright, and then take a look at his card. Same shared key or trait there. X-Force's Go is his speed power charge. Free if Wolverine occupies hindering terrain, plays him in a square of hindering terrain within 3 squares line of fire. So it's sort of like a free Voop. We've seen this on a few different characters in the past. So it's like he's getting in and out of the shadows. He's a very stealthy character, it looks like, without stealth. But and then he also has an impervious on his stop click. So that's pretty good. Let's see. Oh, it's a stop click that's not on his last click, so he could actually push off of it and then regen back to the stop click. That's pretty good. He's got decent stats for his point values. So, right. And then we have Domino. Let's take a look here. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Alright, so there's her sculpt. Not bad, not bad. Obviously, she's a lot taller. Actually, let's compare that real quick. She's a lot taller than Wolverine, if you want to compare. Which, again, kind of makes sense with how Wolverine is. They said they're going to start making figures bigger in this set. It looks like that's pretty... They're staying true to that, so... Alright, so Mutant CAA. And then she has this trait where... I'm seeing this a lot in this set where they get a pick from a lot of different powers. So free, choose a power or ability this turn. Blaze calls Fangs, Precision Strike, or Giant Reach 2. And then she has her traits like My Luck is lesser somehow. Probability control, but only reroll one die of an attack roll. So that's actually pretty good. It's probably better than standard prob even. So she can do a lot of different things. I like her at 25 points with that prob power. That's pretty good. So she might actually see some play. Because she can obviously pick situationally what she wants for offense, and then that prob power, like I said, is pretty good. Okay, and then we got, I think, the Marvel Girl. Yep. Okay. That's a pretty standard sculpt. She does have a pretty good pose. But there she is. Let's see, X-Men team ability. Yep. All right. So I think they all have the Mutant CAA team ability or trait based on this. She actually is the Krakoan Revival. So we saw that on the other card there. Psychic Interrogation is Mind Control and Sidestep. Looks like she gets some running shot later on as well. Yeah, so 75 and 50. Mind Control Sidestep. She has Enhancement to help her team. Only one target, and then later on she gets running shot and pulse wave, which is, obviously you want to see that topped out, but the offense later on could be helpful. All right, and then we have Beast, which is actually a unique in this set, so you can only put one of them. There's his sculpt. His sculpt is actually pretty good. It's very detailed there. Okay, he's got the X-Men as well. He's 50 points. And let's take a look. Mutant CAA. So yep, that is shared with all of the figures here. And then 5 steps ahead. I'm assuming this is why he's a unique. When an opposing character takes a free action, so whenever they take a free action, that'd be Sidestep, Outwit, Perplex, bunch of stuff. Give him a planning token, then he has free. Remove 2 planning tokens to remove an action token from a friendly character with X-Men keyword. So that's not adjacent to him. That's just anywhere on the map. And they seem like they'd be very easy to stack up because everybody takes free actions all the time. So let's take a look. Just sidestepping out wit. As far as that goes, I believe that's so sidestep out wit toughness is all he has. His whole dial. But that he's going to be able to remove a lot of action tokens from X-Men teams if that's something that you want to build around. And then we have again 2 Beast team up cards. So let's take a look at what those are. Excuse me. Okay. So team up, X-Men themed. You need 3 plus friendly characters with the X-Men keyword are on the map. So it doesn't have to be a themed team. It just has to have 3 friendly characters with X-Men team ability. Beast and adjacent characters have protected poison. After revealing forces, you remove a character. Okay. You may replace character cards. Oh, yeah, that's just explaining how that works. And then the rest should be the same. Protected poison is actually pretty good in this meta, especially with Black Widow calling in the recruits to deal penetrating poison. So that would be something that would help you with. So that could see some play there. X-Men teams might actually, obviously with this set, make a comeback, so we can see. And then this one is Angel, Archangel, Cyclops, Iceman, Jean Grey, and Marvel. You only need 2 of the listed friendly characters on the map. Beast and the listed friendly characters can use the X-Men team ability as free. So that's actually pretty good. And then if 4 are on the map, 4 or more, when they use it, heal 2 clicks instead. Wow. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. It's a lot harder to get that many characters, as far as just the other one was just an X-Men team or keyword, so that's a little bit more restrictive, but that payoff is actually pretty good. Being able to heal for free and 2 clicks if you have all 4 of them could be pretty powerful. So that is it as far as the Fast Forces goes. I believe we have a Dyson token pack, and then we will get into uh, the main attraction, which is obviously the brick sitting back there. So give me one more second. I will bring out the Dyson tokens pack. All right, guys. So I got to apologize. Looks like I was actually mistaken. When I opened it up, it wasn't a Dyson token pack. It was the Play at Home OP kit from this set, which is basically just like an OP kit that you're able to buy instead of having to go to a store because obviously times being what they are, a lot of people are limited in that regard. But we do get Rogue. I believe this is Apocalypse Rogue. Let's take a look there if you can see. Yeah, you can definitely see there. That's a pretty neat sculpt. I believe she's 100 points. Yep, she's got the Apocalypse keyword. And then this is the new, I don't know if you can see it, if it'll focus here. That's the new team ability. I think it's just Cosmic Energy. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Let's take a look there real quick, actually. It should be on the back of the card. Yep, Cosmic Energy, which is basically the new Power Cosmic. They're sort of rebranding that, so it's not just Galactus's head and Power Cosmic specifically on everybody. But let's take a look at her traits real quick. All right. So she has Excalibur, Mystical Protectors, which I believe is going to be a shared trait between a lot of the Excalibur people. Mystics, but only to trigger during range attacks, and then she has Protected from Mystics. And then this is a really interesting power. So we stopped the monster who sealed them, whatever that was. When Rogue KOs an opposing bystander, after resolutions KO all opposing bystanders. So that could be something that helps you with the Krakoa team ability. Obviously, there's a lot there's a lot of Jason teams out there, so I can help you with that. Bystander is always going to be in the meta, and that's a really interesting power. And then she has a third trait. So this is a sideline active. When a friendly character named Rogue KOs a higher point value character, roll a d6. If the KO'd character was 100 plus points, increase the result by 1, and on a 6 plus, you may replace Rogue with this character on the same click number. Okay, so there is a Rogue in the main set. So if she kills somebody of a higher point value, you have basically 1 in 6 chance of bringing this lady. I mean, she's got great stats for 100 points. Very basic on her main dial here, but never drops below in Vuln. She has good stats the whole way, so you definitely want to switch it if the opportunity presented itself. Okay, and then I'm not going to be able to open this up on camera, unfortunately, but we're going to be able to show this map on the Clicks Off page. I'll just get pictures posted up there of the whole thing. So, Otherworld Castle. I think this might actually be a reprint of the King Arthur's Castle. If I remember correctly, but like I said, we'll get a picture up of that. But with that, let's go ahead and get into the main attraction, which is going to be obviously the brick sitting back there. Let's see what we pull. All right, well, the moment we have been waiting for. The brick obviously has been sitting back here. Let's just take a look at the box here real quick. So we obviously have the House of X storyline on the front here. On the sides, we got X-Force, Excalibur, then X-Men and Marauders as sub-themes for this set. A lot of people are excited about those. On the back, this actually might be the chase. It's Old Man Phoenix, I think. So that could be a chase. We're actually not sure what the chases are. At this recording, we haven't seen what the chases are yet, so that's pretty exciting. But let's take a look here. I'll go ahead and open up the first box. Give me one. All right, guys. So here is our first pulls. It actually looks like the first pull was a chase. I'm pretty sure it's a chase. It might be a super rare, but we'll get over to that. So first we got Psylocke over here. There's her sculpt. She got her sword. Patented sword there. X-Men team ability. Let's take a look. Jump low, catapult, stealth, sidestep, flight, passenger 0. Then she has as an attack ability in-cap mind control. Once per turn, when Psylocke uses either and hits after resolution, she can use the other at no cost. So in-cap or was it mind control? Yeah, in-cap and mind control. So she'll shape change super senses, pretty defensive, 50 points. Not a bad figure for a common. Let's take a look here. Oh, before I forget, they actually gave us the Krakoan Revival Bystander. think so. It looks like, I'm not sure if this is I'm assuming somebody in this set or in this pack has this, unless they're in every pack or maybe one in a brick. I'm not sure, but we'll take a look. These are the bystanders, by the way. I forgot to post this, but these are the bystanders that you can get from that trait. There's some pretty great ones in there. So that's all that. Next we have Sunspot here. Let's take a look. It's only 35 points. It's a pretty dynamic pose. Again, they're bigger than they used to be. X-Men team ability is going to be pretty common in this set. Let's take a look here. So no traits, no special powers. He is actually just a plain vanilla dial for 35 points. I always hate to see charge and pulse wave there, but it's just a pretty standard dial. It gains a common, so it's not that big a deal. Hopefully people who like Sunspot like that dial. Let's take a look. We have the main set Sage here. Same sculpt as was in the Fast Forces. This one's 40 points. X-Men team ability again. Let's take a look. So she has the same trait from the Fast Forces, the Mutant CIA. Then she has team logistics and coordination, so just leadership and outwit. Pretty basic there. 40 points. She got TK, good supportive power, sidestep. Willpower isn't, it's not that bad on somebody that's lower point value like that. I actually don't mind her. She's a pretty good support piece for an X-Men team. Excuse me. And then as an uncommon here, we have Mr. Sinister. It's a great sculpt for an uncommon there. Really dynamic, very big. That's really cool. X-Men team ability there as well on Mr. Sinister. Just to let you guys know before we get into anything here, I'm not super familiar with the storyline this is based off of, so just bear with me there. But let's look at this uncommon here. So Mr. Sinister, okay, so he does have the Krakoan revival, so that's probably why we got it in here. Collecting samples to learn how to replicate powers. So this is a damage power. Outwit, Mr. Sinister uses it and chooses standard power. The target can use, they have to be able to use it. He can use the chosen power until your next turn. If the target character has the X-Men keyword, choose an adjacent friendly character and they can use the power as well. So that's a pretty cool power. It's pick a power-esque. Just starts with stealth like a lot of them do, 85 points. He's got decent reducers, outwit. Pretty long dial for 85 points, as in Dom, so that's nice. But just, yeah, that sculpt for an uncommon is actually really good. That gives me a lot of hope for this set. Excuse me again. Sorry, I am actually getting over COVID. It's been a few weeks. I just got that little bit of a cough left, so just bear with me here. All right, so we have North here. Again, I am unfamiliar with the story this is based off of. It looks like a green Magneto to me. 7 range, 2 targets. Has the X-Men keyword. He's 75 or 150 points. He's got cool green effects there. Let's take a look though. Okay. All right, so Mutant Chimera is a trait. So he's got 2 traits. First one's Mutant Chimera. When North uses the X-Men team ability to heal another character, this turn that character's attack value becomes 12. So that's pretty cool. And then when another character uses the X-Men keyword or X-Men team ability to heal North, this turn his attack and damage value becomes equal to that character's printed value. So they can sort of buff him up like that if theirs is higher. And then the other traits, telekinetic shielding. He has traded energy shield deflection. Always nice to see. When North is targeted by a non-adjacent character, for that attack, you may choose that he can't use ESD, and instead increases the results of his impervious and super senses rolls by +1. So that's pretty great. Let's take a look here. Special movement is running shot. When he uses it, after resolutions, he can use either TK or mind control at no cost. That's great, especially with 2 targets on the mind control. That's very good. And then special defense power is impervious and super senses, so that makes a lot of sense. Let's see. So for 150 points, he's got good stats. Only 17 on the defense, but so based on the trait and his powers here, he's got he can have 4 through 6 super senses and imperv, and then shape change as well. Running shot, psychic blast, 11 for 4, and then again he does have the free mind control or TK after that. This guy's pretty crazy. That's obviously his last click is a power click. There's no stop click there, so it's pretty hard to get there, but that is a pretty cool dial. A lot of rollouts, some free attacks there. The cool stuff on his use of the X-Men keyword, or sorry, team ability again. That's a pretty cool figure. So let's take a look at the next one, see if we can get anything just as cool. Okay, guys, here is the next booster. Just real quickly before we get into this one, I did have a chance to look at North a little bit closer. It looks like he was a super and not a chase, so hopefully we still have one of those to pull. But let's take a look here. This is Moira X. Let's take a look at the sculpt real quick. She is a Brotherhoods, I believe. Yeah, Brotherhood of Mutants there. She is 75 points. Sculpt real quick if it'll focus. There we go. Okay. And let's take a look here. So she is a rare. She's number 30. She's a unique as well. So let's see why. She's got 2 traits. I've learned from my many lives, Moira X can use the standard powers printed on her card for lower click numbers her previous lives. Okay, so if she gets hurt, she can use all of the powers that she could previously use. That's pretty cool. And then the uncanny ally of Moira X. Moira X isn't a standard character. She can't be equipped or a pilot. Moira X takes a maximum of 1 damage from attacks, can't be healed, can't be chosen for Mastermind or Krakoan Revival Protected Pulse. So that's pretty cool. Maximum of 1 damage. She's 75 points. Okay, and she's 6 clicks long, so it takes 6 instances of damage to kill her. And again, so on her, if you get her to her last click, she's able to use all of those powers. So that's actually pretty cool. She doesn't. It's very notable. She doesn't get willpower until click 4, though. So you will be pushing her if you're using her. But that is a pretty cool power. That's very interesting. I like that. Excuse me again about the coughing. So when we have Corsair here, Corsair, I noticed you can. I'm not sure if you can tell in the video here, but he's. I can definitely tell they increased the size of everybody based on him. He's very big. He also does have kind of a dynamic pose. He was one of the ones in the article when they talked about the new poses and sizing and quality, things like that. But he is 60 points. Let's take a look here. 60 points. Leader of the swashbuckling space pirates. So he has leadership and probability control traded. That's pretty good. And once per turn, you may re-roll the attack roll of a friendly character with the Starjammer's keyword. So that's not restricted to line of fire or range or anything like that. So that's pretty good. 60 points. He's got a decent dial. Enhancement to help out his team. Again, he has traded start leadership and prob. So that is a pretty solid uncommon dial. Actually, is he uncommon or is he rare? He is. No, he's actually a common. So yeah, that's a pretty solid dial. All right, let's take a look at Wolverine. Again, this guy is much shorter than the others. I do like how they're doing that. Wolverine, X-Men keyword there. We've seen that sculpt already. Let's take a look. Adamantium laced bones and mutant healing factor. Toughness. Wolverine takes a maximum of 3 damage from attacks at the beginning of your turn. Heal 1 click. Wow, that's pretty cool. So he's very tough to kill. Let's see. He starts with 4 damage, but no blades. And then his lower dial starts with the blades. Battle Fury, the whole dial. So it's just a very solid bruiser. Let's see. So if you pay the 100 points for him, he'll take 3, then at most. So it takes at least 3 hits to kill him on his top dial, which is pretty good. And then he heals 1 every turn. So that's a very solid dial. Hard to take down. All right. Excuse me again. All right. So next we have Dr. Alia Gregor. Oh, forgot the sculpt. Dr. Alia Gregor. She is a common. Go take a look at their 4 range. 30 points, or no, 20 points. No team abilities. Sculpt. Let's take a look here. So it just has one trait, which is Science Commander of Orcus Leadership. Unique modifier. Friendly bystanders within 5 squares modify the combat values by +1. Wow. I I very much enjoy that. That's a really cool unique power there. She's only 20 points. She has stealth and willpower. So not the best stat line. She has in cap. But if you're running a bystander team, that is very useful to you. I know there's a lot of bystanders out there right now. Mary Jane comes to mind, where you can give them all 11 attack and 1 damage. They can start dealing damage for you. Actually, let me take a look at her keywords. Are there any relevant keywords there? Aim, Sentinel, and Scientist. I'm not sure if there's any scientists that have bystanders or not, but that's a cool power nonetheless. She'll pair very well with Jason as well. Let's take and the Krakoan Revival, obviously, if that's coming into play. Excuse me. Let's see. And then we have the Magneto, the rare. We've seen him before. It looks like it's the same sculpt as the super rare North. Triple targets, 8 range. He has 3 different starting lines. Let's take a look here. So he has the Krakoan Revival as well. He has special defense, executing Warrior's plan, energy shield deflection, and mastermind. But you may choose a friendly character within 4 squares in line of fire instead of adjacent. So that's pretty cool. It just makes it a lot easier for positioning. Breaking human norms, leadership. Free if no other friendly characters in place this turn. Choose an opposing character within range. So it has to be within range on this one. That attacks Magneto or damage a friendly character. With the X-Men keyword only since your last turn. Okay. And then place Magneto such you can make a range attack. Joining a chosen character, then do so. So it's a retail. It's a little bit more restrictive. It's still free action. So is it a range or free? It's a range attack, and he does ignore characters for targeting, so that helps him a lot on the positioning of it. So again, he has 3 different point values here. The 25 point line is a pretty solid stats. Triple target energy explosion is nice. He can mastermind on that click. He has the retail, Brotherhood and X-Men keywords. Starts every click with mastermind, so pretty solid. Okay, so that's all on that one. Let us open the next one and see what we get. As here's our next pack. We have a duplicate here already, so we do have Mr. Sinister again. So let's go ahead and put him out of the way. Again, the Krakoan Revival card comes with him because he has that shared trait. So let's just take a look at the other figures we got here. We got Bishop, fan favorite character there. Go ahead and take a look at that sculpt. He has energy on the hand there. It's not bad. X-Men keyword or team ability. I apologize, I keep messing that up. Let's take a look. Absorb energy, which is a trait that I believe he's had in the past iterations for him. I like it a lot. It's very thematic. When he's targeted with range attack, after resolutions, heal him 1 click and remove an action token from him. So he doesn't have to be hit, just targeted, which is pretty cool for him. Death and disappearance investigations. When a standard friendly character where the X-Men keyword is KO'd, Bishop can use probability control in the end of your next turn. Oh, that's pretty cool. Again, very thematic. No special powers, anything like that. Just a standard dial, but he does have that healing that helps him out a little bit. Has that wit there. Pretty decent common there. Let's take a look at Polaris, who is again a common. This is actually a very good sculpt for a common here. She's got a dynamic pose, some energy there. 6 range, X-Men keyword, 50 points. Let's take a look here. Alright. So, my father's legacy. Once per turn, when an opposing character is placed after resolutions, you may place that character up to 2 squares away from their current square. Wow. That's actually a very powerful effect for a common. Place would be carry, TK, a lot of traits do placement, things like that, so you can control that. It's a map-wide effect on a common. That's pretty cool. And then she has an attack power, magnetic pulse, energy explosion, and knockback. Let's see. So She's going to have just 10 attack, running shot 3 damage. I think a lot of her points are in that trait, which is a very good trait for a common. Excuse me. Let's take a look here. We have Hepzibah. She's a pretty cool. Again, very dynamic pose here. I'm not actually familiar with her. She's got a tail. 5 range, no team abilities, 60 points. Let's see. Okay, she's a Star Jammer, so it looks like she's part of the Space Pirate Force. Fastest of the swashbuckling Space Pirates. She has Sidestep and Perplex as traits. That's really good. Hepzibah may use Perplex a second time each turn, but only to target another friendly character with Space Jammer's keyword, or Star Jammer's keyword. That's actually pretty cool. And then Fancy Footwork, Charge. When Hepzibah hits, after resolutions, she may move up to 3 squares. She also does ignore characters, which helps out with that trait a lot. Let's take a look here. Yep, just pretty solid dial. So that's not bad. Her improved movement helps a lot. Traded double perplex is pretty solid there. Let's take a look at this. Our rare. This is going to be Dr. Cecilia Reyes. Yeah, Dr. Cecilia Reyes. She's a rare. Let's take a look here. That is a lot of energy effects there. She got some shields. I'm not sure what she's holding there, but let's take a look. No team ability. Only 30 points for a rare, so let's take a look here. So no trait. She has special defense. Barrier, defend, energy, shield deflection. Not bad. Okay, she's going to be a supportive character. Damage power is support. When Dr. Cecilia Reyes uses it after resolutions, the character modifies its defense value by plus X until your next turn, where X is their number of action tokens. Okay, that's solid. And after resolutions, when she uses it after resolutions, so she doesn't have to hit the support, she just has to use it on somebody, and then they can get up to +2 defense. Very solid dial for support anyway. She's obviously a supportive piece. She has 18 with defend and barrier and sidestep, so that's very useful. She can get up to +2 perplex, like I had said, basically on the defense. So, yep, very solid support dial on a rare. Okay, solid stuff. Let's take a look at the next pack. Hey guys, so here's the next pack. We did actually pull another super rare, see on the end there, so let's get into it. Again, we have the Krakoa and Revival. It's nice to get those, but if you do get a brick, you're gonna end up with quite a few duplicates. So just be aware of that. We got the common Wolverine here. Same sculpt, same costume. Let's take a look. He is 60 points. Has the mutant CIA trait, which we've seen before. Charge and Flurry is his only special power. He starts with that. So Charge, Flurry with Precision Strike and Battle Fury is pretty good. He gets through a lot of defenses, but just a pretty standard Wolverine dial, which you'd expect from a common. Not bad. Again, he does have the CAA trait, which helps him a little bit. Then we have Trinary here. Again, these sculpts are a lot taller than they have been in the past. She got 6 range. She's 30 points with the X-Men team ability. Let's take a look. Trait, please don't blow her up. When establishing theme teams, you may choose a friendly character with a robot keyword of 50 points or less. That character doesn't count against theme teams. Okay, so you just get to add 1 robot. It's pretty cool. Power is Outwit. When Trinary uses it, she may count range and draw lines of fire from a friendly character with a robot keyword. Okay. Sash she's have the robot team ability. So she just basically used to add 1 and use it sort of as an outwit bot, which is not bad. There's a lot of good robots out there. Decent dial for 30 points. She got 11 attack, 6 range with the end cap, so not bad. Okay, then we have a generic I'm sure a lot of people are going to want. It is Sinister Clone. Let's take a look here. 4 range, no team abilities, 20 points there. Okay. Just 1 trait, traded shape change. Very vanilla dial here. 25 points. Oh, it's 20. So that's 25. 20. So, okay, so there's actually a misprint there. So, there's going to be needing clarification for Wizkids to see what point value he's actually at. Hopefully, it's 20. But traded shape change and perplex, not bad. Decent keywords. Scientist is always good, so we'll have to see how he shakes out on the point value side. We have Tessa here. Let's take a look at this. She is the uncommon we got. No team ability, 65 points. Big trait. Excuse me. All right, Jumpstart Mutant Abilities. Okay, Perplex, unique modifier. When Tessa uses it to target another friendly character with the X-Men keyword, you may instead modify all their common values by +1. If you do, that character gains protected outwit until your next turn. At the end of your turn, deal that character 1 unavoidable damage. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So it's just like a super hyped up Perplex. She has outwit too. No speed powers, which is a little unusual. 5 range. Okay, so she's basically just, it is a unique modifier, so you can only do it once, but just basically supercharge somebody and protected outwit too if they need it. Not bad, not bad. And then our super rare here is Kate Pride. I believe that is Kitty Pride. It's a Shadow Cat, but let's take a look. Sculpt is very good. You see Lockheed on the shoulder there. I like how the cape is flaring out like that. It's a very good sculpt. Okay. Excuse me. And let's take a look here. Prove movement is character, so that's pretty solid. She has the Krakoan Revival, so that's where we got that from. Release the Tiny Dragon. At the beginning of the game, generate a Lockheed Bystander. Okay, probably on the back of the card. Confiscate and disrupt illegal drug shipments. Friendly characters with the Hellfire Club, Marauders, or Pirate keyword can use Steal Energy. When Kate Pride moves through... when friendly... So she can use it too. When Kate Pride moves through an equipped opposing character after resolutions, roll a d6, 5 to 6. That character unequips that equipment. So when she moves through an equipment, okay, after resolutions. So it's not once per turn. So if she has sidestep somewhere on her dial, looks like she does. She can do that multiple times a turn to give it a shot. That's pretty nice. Special move power. Call me Kate, the Red Pirate Queen. Phasing, teleport, sidestep, stealth, and passenger 3 with no restrictions. Phasing. Oh, she's okay. She probably starts with sidestep too, so that's really good. Let's see here. How many points is she? She's 65. Decently long dial. She has prob. She's just a taxi. Let's see. There's Lockheed there. So he should perplex her as well with sidestep. He is tiny, so he's not gonna be carrying anybody. But yeah, that trait's really good, especially because she does again start with sidestep, so she can taxi up 3 people with phasing, and then she'd also possibly have 2 shots to unequipped somebody on the enemy team. So that's very solid. All right, good booster. Let's take a look at the next bad guys. This is going to be a pretty quick booster because we actually got a few duplicates here. We got Hepzibah, Wolverine, and uh, Doctor. I can't remember her name. Alia Gregor, which we again have seen. That's the bystander help. So let's take a look here. We got Forge. Kind of just standing there. Kind of makes sense for Forge though. Again, he is taller. He's got some nice detail there. You can see the leg very clearly. He's only 30 points. Let's take a look at what he does. 1 special damage power. With unlimited injury and storage, I can build anything. Free unique modifier attack. Choose attacker damage. Adjacent friendly characters modify the chosen value +1 this turn. Okay, so it's either enhancement or just +1 to attack. Decent stats, 11 attack for 30. He's got stealth, so just a pretty supportive guy. Decent keywords as well there. Actually, very good keywords. Got 6 of them. So it could see some play. Let's take a look here. This is the rare that we pulled. Prestige. Just a quick shout out. That is the best movie of all time. You should all go watch it if you haven't. The Prestige. But let's take a look at this. X-Men keyword, 75 points. Pretty cool sculpt there. Okay, she's got special defense. Oh, it's stop, toughness, willpower. Okay, I can feel the Phoenix when I'm alone. And then Omega level empath and psionic shielding. as a damage. Outwit. At the beginning of the turn, you may choose a friendly character within range and line of fire that shares a keyword. Until your next turn, that character is protected outwit. So that's something she can just pretty much do the whole time. Decent keywords up there. Let's take a look. Mind Control, Precision Strike. Double target Mind Control is not bad. Only starts out with a 1 damage, but she does have Precision Strikes that helps out a little bit. That is a monster of a stop click there. You definitely want to double tap her if you see her on the opposing team. Good lord. Okay. Like I said, that was a pretty quick one. Let's take a look at the next. Here's the next booster. Unfortunately, this one is going to be a quick one as well. We got quite a few duplicates here. Krakoa Revival we already seen. That is Wolverine the common. Bishop there. Forge, which we just saw. And then, what's her name? Trinary? Yep. But we do have a rare Storm here. Very, very cool sculpt on the Storm. Right, you can tell she's in motion. Good energy effects there. 7 range, 2 targets. 85 points, I believe. She does have the X-Men keyword. I think that's 85 points. We'll see it on the card there. Let's take a look here. And then, obviously, as you see, we have a team-up card for as well. But let's take a look. Okay, improved targeting characters. That's good. Krakoa and Revival, which we've already seen. Let's see. My best? No, the main bolt is still charging. When Storm hits with a range attack, after resolution, give a hit character a Lightning Rod token. When Storm targets a single character with a Lightning Rod token with a ranged attack, she modifies damage +3. At the end of your turn, remove all Lightning Rod tokens that weren't given this turn. So basically, if she attacks someone and then the next turn she attacks them again, she gets +3 to her damage. Very, very scary. Let's take a look here. Pretty standard Storm dial. It's a little weird she has toughness. That is toughness, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. But Energy Explosion, double target. She has leadership. Again, she does ignore characters for targeting, which helps her out a lot in Dom there. So not bad. Let's take a look and see what her team-up card does. All right, so we have team-up Angel, Archangel, Bishop, Colossus, Iceman, Jean Grey, and Marvel Girl. If 2+ listed friendly characters are on the map, when Storm or a listed character attacks, their target can't have the combat values positively modified. That's very good. After revealing forces, you may replace character. Yep, so that's just explaining it. So can't have combat values positively modified. Very good. Very powerful effect there. Right, so let's take a look at the next booster. Alright guys, here is the next booster. We do have one duplicate here, Miss Alia, Dr. Alia Gregor, excuse me. But let's take a look at some of the other ones we got. This is another Forge. Let's see here. This is a little bit more expensive. He's going to be 60. He does have the X-Men keyword, 6 range. Let's take a look. Okay. Mutant CA, which we've seen before. Technopath, Perplex. When Forge uses it to target another character that shares 2+ keywords, he may modify the chosen value except damage +2 instead. Again, his Forge does get some pretty nice keywords there, so shouldn't be super hard to pull that off. Let's take a look here. Sidestep, 11 for 3, Psychic Blast, Toughness. Pretty decent dial. The double Perplex is what's really going to be the selling point for him there. Let's take a look here. Elixir, I believe he has already been spoiled, but let's take a look here. X-Men keyword is going to be 40 points. If I remember right, I think he had just like a souped up support power. But let's see. Alright. Trait, the 5, Elixir. When a friendly character is chosen for the Krakoa Revival trait, after resolutions, heal each character adjacent to them 1 click. Okay, that's solid. And then Omega level healing. Support, but Elixir and his target may be adjacent to opposing characters. When a friendly character uses the X-Men team ability, increase their D6 result by +2. Okay, that's, +2 is very good, because I think it's a 5 through 6, so that make it a 3 through 6. That is really good. And then we've seen a few different synergies with the X-Men team ability. I know North had one. Can't remember who it was, but somebody made it as a free action. I think that was that was a team-up card. So maybe you can do something like that with him. That'd be pretty cool. He's got 12 attack, 0 damage, and he's just support pretty much. But 12 attack with support that you can use when you're adjacent to anybody is nothing to sneeze at. So we might see him, and then later on, obviously, you can see he gets 4 damage. Not the best attack stat, but it's a very unique concept as a character for him. I like that a lot. All right. Then we have Duglock. Again, I'm not not super familiar with this guy. Really cool sculpt though. He is uncommon. He has 60 points with the X-Men team ability. He's got 4 range. Excuse me. Let's take a look here. 2 traits: techno-organic shifting, shape change, protected outwit. So it is not capitalized, so that's only the shape changes of protected outwit, not everything else. Techno-organic replication. When Deadlock uses shape change and succeeds, you may choose a standard power the attacker can use and Duglock, can use that power this game. So he gets to keep it the entire game. I like this guy. Okay, 60 points. He's 8 clicks long. He keeps toughness his whole dial. Pretty empty dial. Obviously, you're supposed to just hit that shape change, and then copy powers. That's actually, it's unavoidable shape change. That's really cool. That's a fun concept. I like that a lot. You just build up powers as you go. It obviously will get harder and harder to kill him. Probably copy defense powers first. Very solid. I like that. All right, this is our rare. We have Rogue here. She flies. She has X-Men keywords. Let's see, 2 point values, 90 and 60. Just keep in mind as well with the OP or the play at home kit one, if she gets a kill, then she can possibly replace that to the higher costed one. So let's take a look here. She has the Excalibur trait as well, which we've seen. She has another trait. Turns out I don't need the gloves. Free. Choose an adjacent character and a standard power they can use. So your next turn, Rose can use that power and has that character's printed range value. So that's very solid. It can be friend or a foe that she copies the power from. She just has to be adjacent. Was it a free action? Yep, it was. So that's solid. Very solid. Just run up and punch him. Dial hypersonic. She has Battle Fury to get through. She has super strength, so she can do a lot of damage, knockback, things like that. So she's just run up and hit him, and then steal power from maybe a support piece or something like that. But yeah, solid. Let's take a look at Duglock here. He had a team up card. Very excited to see what this is because I really do like Duglock. All right, team of Excalibur theme team. When an opposing so you have to have an Excalibur theme team. When an opposing character with the monster or Hellfire Club keyword attacks Duglock and misses after resolutions, give them an action token. Okay, so Hellfire Club, and it's only Duglock. That's interesting. Everything else is the same. Interesting. I'm not sure. It seems very niche, but it could be fun on an Excalibur team. All right, let's take a look at the next booster here. Here's our next pack. We did actually pull Super Rare Nightcrawler. I'm very, very excited to see what he does. He was one of my main ones for this set. I'm glad he's a Super Rare. Hopefully they do some pretty cool stuff with that. I'm excited about that. We've got a couple duplicates. We have Sage and Corsair again. So we'll slide them off. We had 2 Krakoan revivals in this set. So apparently if you get 2 characters you can use it, you get 2 cards in the same pack. So we're going to end up with a lot of those, I think. Let's take a look here at... this is a Marvel Girl. This is an uncommon one. She has 80 points. She flies, double target, 6 range. X-Men team ability. Let's take a look. A little more points. She has the Krakoan revival. She has Psychic Backlash, Outwit. When friendly character with the X-Men keyword is targeted by Outwit, so this is global. After resolutions, roll a 4 through 6. To the opposing character that used Outwit, one penetrating damage. She has improved targeting characters, which is nice. Sort of like a global anti-outwit effect there. 80 points. Running shot TK. 2 targets again. She flies. Not bad, not bad. Let's take a look here. This is Shard. Okay. Let's see. Decent sculpt there. Let's see. She's got 6 range. 45 points. X-Men and I think that's, yeah, police there. So let's take a look. Alright. holographic sentience and photonic absorption. Energy shield deflection. When Shard is targeted by a ranged attack, after resolutions, choose one. She can heal herself one click, or she can use Range Combat Expert until the end of your next turn. So if she needs to heal, if they hit her, she can heal. Otherwise, just pick Range Combat Expert. Decent stats for 45 points with her RCE. That helps her a lot. PD is always nice. She has enhancement as well, so anybody next to her is going to get a decent ranged boost. All right, and then the guy I was excited for, this is going to be Nightcrawler as super rare. Very cool sculpt. It's been a little bit, but everything you want out of a Nightcrawler sculpt. 60 points. Got the X-Men keyword. So number 56 there, 0 range. Let's take a look at him. All right. Okay, so he has Krakoan Revival as well. Let's see. Special movement power. Getting the X-Men into position. Oh, wait, up there is Passenger 1. I've never seen that just on the card like that. Interesting. Okay, so he's Passenger 1. He has Phasing Teleport and Stealth. When Nightcrawler uses Phasing Teleport and carries a friendly character that shares a keyword, after resolutions, you may place him in the square he began movement from. Phasing Teleport Stealth. When Nightcrawler... So, if he carries anybody with a keyword he has, which is a lot, it's sort of like an automatic yo-yo. He carries them up. He has a movement speed of 12 to start, I saw. So basically just carries them up and then voops back. That's pretty cool. Okay. I like that. He has stealth as well, so that's not bad. And defense. Saving mutant kind 1 mutant at a time. Super senses. When a standard friendly character within 5 squares in line of fire that shares a keyword is attacked, they can use super senses, but only if Nightcrawler has line of fire to the attacker. Okay. When they use it and succeed after resolutions, place them adjacent to Nightcrawler. So Nightcrawler sort of saving them. So he has super senses. He gives everybody friendly characters that share a keyword, which again he has a decent amount of them. Oh, he has a monster keyword. Interesting. They can use super senses, but he has to. So they have to be within 5 to use super senses, but it's only if Nightcrawler has line of fire to the attacker that they can use it. Interesting. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Very unique Nightcrawler. He has super senses and shape change, so that is nice. Blades. He gets very offensive in the mid dial with 19 defense, hypersonic, and prob. That's nice. Very solid 60-point dial. Very unique Nightcrawler powers. It's more supportive and trying to save other people. But yeah, that's really cool. Nice. 2 boosters left. Let's see what we get. Alright guys, next booster we did pull a super rare as well. We got Shard again, so let's move that over there. Alright, we have Cipher here. He is a common, 0 range, X-Men team ability, 35 points. Let's take a look here. He has a special defense power. Barrier, toughness. When Cipher uses barrier after resolutions, you may knock back any number of opposing characters adjacent to this barrier marker 2 squares each. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. You can actually do some damage knocking people off walls and stuff with that. That surprises a lot of people. Targeting, hindering, and characters. That's actually very good as well. For 35 points. He also has TK. So TK Barrier Perplex for 35 points with Sidestep. That's a very solid support dial. And then that, like I said, that knockback is just kind of gravy. It's actually guaranteed 1 damage because you can guarantee to knock him into a wall if you're using Barrier. So that's actually a deceptively good dial. I like that a lot. Let's take a look. This is the main set Domino. Same sculpt as the... the Fast Forces, 60 points. She has the X-Men team ability as well. Let's take a look here. Mutant CA, we've seen before. Alright, plant-based Krakoan arm cannon. Free, choose on energy explosion, incapacitate is 2 or Pensic Blast. I'm going to use that power this turn. So just basically pick a power on the attack. She just has prob, running shot, 11 for 3 with those options on her range. Very solid attacker. Alright, then we have Cyclops. He is an uncommon. Let's take a look here. 7 range, single target. 75 points. Pretty cool sculpt. I like that Cyclops uniform a lot. Okay. Let's take a look here. He has one trait, Sibling Rivalry Leadership. Once per turn, when a friendly character named Havoc hits, when a friendly, has to be friendly. Named Havoc hits, modify Cyclops combat values by +1 this turn. Oh, that's pretty cool. Targeting just means he can shoot out of adjacency or even make range attacks against adjacent characters. Special movement. You will forget who you are for a minute. Force Blast and Sidestep. When Cyclops hits with a ranged attack after resolutions, all hit targets can use Battle Fury until your next turn. Wow. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look. Force Blast and Sidestep. So Sidestep, Energy Explosion. Ooh, Energy Explosion. Does that work with his power? When Cyclops hits with a range attack after resolutions, all hit targets gain Battle Fury. Yes, so that does work. That's pretty cool. So his Sidestep with 7 range. RCE. That's a pretty cool power. Again, if you pair him up with Havoc, his stats get very respectable. Pretty solid Cyclops. I like him. And then our super rare here, someone's going to have to help me out because I have no idea who Glob Herman is. I apologize. His sculpt is amazing, though. Look at that. You can see inside him, all the bones are like, it's super cool. You can see his organs there. Oh, eyeballs. Oh, that's a good shot of his eyeballs there. Really weird sculpt. He's a super rare. He has 40 points. Someone's got to have to help me out there. But very cool sculpt. Let me take a look at him here. Alright, he has a trait. Watch You Burn. Poison. When Glob Herman uses it and deals damage to an opposing character, you may give him an action token. Give him an action token. If you do, give all adjacent opposing characters action tokens. Okay. So he's probably a tie-up piece. Yep, Charge Plasticity. Glob Herman deals penetrating damage to adjacent characters, including with poison. So, decent attack. He's 40 points. He has shape change. Obviously, he's a tie-up piece. He's going to be dealing penetrating damage. He's going to be giving out action tokens. So, a very solid tie-up piece. Very solid sculpt. Very interesting character. All right. That was quite the pack here. And there, as you can see, we got one more, so let's open that. And then our last pack here, we do have Trinary and another Sinister Clone again. So just move them aside here. We have a Rachel Gray. Let's take a look. I think she's a common. 6 range, she just has flight. 40 points with the X-Men keyword there. Just another vanilla dial, no special powers or trace there. Let's take a look. Force Blast TK Enhancement, 18 with super senses, so just a solid dial there. TK for X-Men teams. For cheap, we have an uncommon here, Zorn. Very, very good sculpt for an uncommon again. Very solid. You can see his 90 and 30 there. X-Men team ability. 8 range, pretty solid. Let's take a look here. Alright, so he has a trait and a special defense. This is 29A, you can see, so there is going to be a prime of him. So excited to see what that is. Gravity Well is his trait. Plasticity, knockback. When Zorn knocks back an opposing character, reverse the direction of knockback. They are knocked towards him. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. I don't think we've ever seen that before. Makes a lot of sense with the powers, obviously. That's pretty neat. And then Event Horizon, Energy Shield Deflection and Toughness. Opposing characters within 4 squares in line of fire must break away as if they were adjacent from Zorn. And again, traded Plasticity, so that just helps that out. So they can sort of be stuck 4 away from you. They can't get close, and you also have Energy Shield Deflection, so that's nice. They actually can't get close to you at all. Unless obviously they have improved movement or something, so that makes the Energy Shield Deflection even better. Let's take a look here. Alright, so this, I believe, is a throwback, because the original Zorn, I don't even know if they were called Chases back then. I think they were called Uniques, but I think he was the first guy to have all gray powers on his and he had it on his starting click. So it's nice to see throwbacks like that. You can tell the Wizkids team is aware of the game and its history. But solid stats, starting out running shot, again 8 range. The 30-point dial is a running shot pulse wave piece, so that's very nice. He will always have utility because of the plasticity on his trait. He starts with that power on his lower dial, so you can just sort of use him as a 30-point tie-up piece with very solid stats. Especially if you start pushing him on that lower dial, he gets very scary very quickly. So yeah, pretty solid dial there. Very cool character. And then a rare we got on this one is gonna be Kid Omega. I mean, solid sculpt for what it is. Let's see, it's got 7 range. I think that's 65 points. He is rare, like I said. Let's take a look here. Mutant CIA, so the same thing. He has Omega level telepath as a trait, mind control. When Kid Omega uses it, he has improved targeting characters and block. He sees through blocking terrain and again hindering terrain as well. So that's everything but elevated, I think, that he can see through. And then he has special defense, stop, and super senses. So let's take a look here. All right, stop is mid dial. Oh, okay, for 65 points. Okay, so he has sidestep and then the mind control. Again, as a trait with the 12 attacks, shape change. And again, he can see through almost everything there. And then his stop click with super senses, which is very good because it's unwittable or pulse waveable then. And he gets very good stats mid dial. So very solid dial. I like that guy. Okay, well that is it. We're going to go ahead and pull out all the super rares that we got just to give them a quick look over. And then I'm going to show you guys the special figure that Wizkids sent me. So give me one more second here. Guys, here just a final wrap up. Just really quickly, when I was going over just to double check everything, I did notice that the Bishop, the 003 is 003A. So it looks like we're going to get a prime of that figure as our common slot. So that'll be our common. And then again, Zorn had an A, so he'll probably be the prime for the uncommon slot. So just keep an eye out for that. A little bit of an odd distribution here. We didn't get any primes or chases, but we got 4 super rares, so that's a little bit unusual. But again, we got North, Glob Herman, Kate Pride, and then I actually got them on the wrong cards, but Kate Pride and then Nightcrawler there as our 4 super rares. So pretty happy with that. If you can get 8 super rares in a case, that'd be real nice. I'm not sure if this is standard or maybe just a deviation, but we'll see moving forward, I guess. And then as a very generous sort of offer, gesture. WizKids was nice enough to send me the figure that I designed, which was Juggernaut. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen that. There's been several posts on him. Scott Porter actually pulled him on his second day, but I just wanted to get him on camera here because, well, I like him, and I just want to really, I want to stress how big he is. He is a massive Heroclix. Even here, I'm gonna pull. We're gonna pull here. Just a Magneto figure, I guess. Look, he's double his height. I mean, it's just so big. And this is the figures are bigger in this set. So I just want to stress how very big he is. His sculpt looks amazing. He is the super rare. I don't know if he's 61, so 61, so he is a super rare. Just really, really good sculpt on him. He's so big, so detailed, so I'm very, very, very happy with him. And then let's just take a look at the card here real quick. Let's see, he's got trait, Mystical Helmet. Colossal Stamina, Juggernaut can reduce penetrating damage and has protected outwit. A few special powers. Special, once he starts, he can't be stopped. Is his special speed? It is charge. When Juggernaut uses it, you may choose not to have a speed value. If you do, he can use improved movement characters and can only move in a direct path. If Juggernaut use charge during your last turn, he can't become immobile, so unstoppable. He also just starts with improved movement, hindering, and can move through blocking and destroys it, which is very valuable. Special defense, just a stop click. impervious, succeeds on a 4 through 6. Special damage power, nothing stops the Juggernaut. Battle Fury, opposing characters in 4 squares can't use Stop, Leadership, or Perplex. If they already used Perplex, the modifier temporarily doesn't apply. So that is something that's pretty cool. And then you can see there, character design for Heroclix, entire piece. Very, very excited about this piece. Very excited with how it turned out. You can see he has a special charge power, his whole dial. He always has Battle Fury. On his stop click, he gets Steel Energy. So that's, obviously to get him off his stop, which is incredibly valuable. He has the Brotherhood Mutants team ability, so that he has Colossal Stamina, but if you can remove tokens from him that way, he can just keep going without having to push. At the top there, you can see his. He's got a very good array of keywords there. Brotherhood Mutants, Excalibur, Thunderbolts, X-Men, Brute, and Mystical. Kind of notably, he can't be adopted into the Spider-Man team, I guess, but still solid keywords, a solid dial, hopefully. Hope to see him a lot in the near future. I'd be excited to see a lot of people play him or be excited to just pull him. But yeah, I'm very excited about this piece. Thank you, Wizkids, again for sending us this stuff to take a look at. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time.